Happy Sunday, YouTube. You know, I always get asked this one question. Why is it that I'm not captive anymore? And you know what? That's a great question because I've had so much success working as a captive agent executive for insurance carriers. And I gotta say that my first 6 years, in this business was awesome. Golden Memorial, I credit them for showing me how to make a living selling final expense. And Ray Berrigan Sr., was just a man that changed my life. But for over 10 years, I was captive. I worked for, the carriers exclusively, helping them, open states and build sales. And it's a great question of why I'm not, doing that no more. But the main reason why that happens, guys, why I'm not, 100% captive, it brings me back to a nightmare story, okay? And let me share this with you. So in 2015, I'm working for a captive company. And we had, back to the carrier to have a meeting. We had a lot of those meetings back then. And the owner of the carrier said he was going to stop doing more than one agent number. So basically what that meant was we cannot have more than one agent number at any given time, period. There was only going to be one agent number issued to the agent, and then they would have to build their agency from that. Well, guess what? I understand that companies have to make changes. But in our particular case, one of my agency managers, this affected him majorly. This one simple change in the carrier. And up until then, everything was fine. Everything was fine. We were making money. We were growing. But then this particular situation happened where they changed the ability to have more than one agent number. So what did that mean? Well, I remember very clearly on the way back to the airport, my manager told me, he said, dude, these new changes to the company, even though they're giving us more money, because we got a raise, he says it's going to affect me because now I only have one agent number, and I had issued out 5 different agent numbers to my staff at different contract levels. And I'll never forget what he said to me. We're on the way to the airport. He said, this is going to hurt us. And I contradicted him by saying, nah, man, the owner of this company is not going to hurt us. Let's put faith in him. Let's stand behind his leadership. Guys, on the way to the airport, my friend and my partner and my agency man, what he told me was, I'm going to lose half of my income. And at the time, we had 3 call centers in the state of Texas. We're paying leases, we're paying for everything because the carrier never paid for any of that. And 30 days after the carrier made that decision, my partner, my friend's income was slashed in half. I got to be honest to you guys. I went to the ownership team. I went to them and I implored to them not to do this. And I was number 1 in that company. And I implored them, please do not do this. As a number 1 guy in your company giving you double-digit growth for the last 2 years, please make an exception and do not do this. And guess what happened? The owner of the carrier told me they couldn't. They had to make these changes because that's what was best for the company. And you know what, guys? I get it. And I learned my lesson right then and there, as I saw my agency get destroyed because of this reason. And ever since then, I made a decision that I would never, ever just have one carrier because of that bad experience. So if you're watching this, man, and you're caught up with only one carrier and there's no flexibility, and I'm not talking about Golden Memorial, because Golden Memorial is awesome, okay? They changed my life and they're good people. I'm not talking about them. But I'm not going to mention no other names. But if you find yourself in that situation, give me a call, and I'm going to give you some advice on how you can separate yourself from that garbage. Because anytime you go into a partnership and that other person doesn't listen to you or doesn't give a shit, you need to bounce. We care about our agents. And the carriers that we work with today, they also care. So, if this resonates with you, give me a call. I would love to help you find a solution. Being a captive person can be really good, but also can be a nightmare, and you can destroy your business if you trust the wrong people. So you guys have a good weekend, and see you guys at the top. Peace.